Hey guys, welcome back to my table. In this video, we're going to go back to my chunky funky line that I've been doing. And what we're going to do is make this chunky funky, what you call a hairpin or scarf pin. And what you're going to need to make this is 3 pieces of wire. This is what you call 2mm or 12 gauge aluminum wire. You'll need 2 different colors, both roughly 2 to 2.5 feet long, and then pick one of the 2 colors. This will be for the pin, and this one is roughly 16 inches long. So to get started, what you do, I realize you can't see the ends of the wire, but you want to make sure they're lined up on the ends, and then you want to go about the halfway point, and then from the halfway point go to one side roughly, I'd say about 1.5 inches. So right here would be your 1.5 inch off center. Then what we do is form the first loop. So you're crossing over. And then as we go around, you want to stay on top of the lower loop. So you bring this around like so. You see how we stayed on top of that? Now what you want to do here is straighten these wires out. So you have this. Now, to make the other half, or the other outer loop, you want to go roughly 3 inches from the end here. So, and that's why I left my grid down today, just to make it easier. So you put it on the edge, and we go 1, 2, 3. Take your thumb or however you want to measure. So this is the 3 inch mark. And now we want to start forming the other loop. Trying to keep this on camera for you. And you want to try and get the same size as possible of your other loop. And again, you want to stay on top of that loop as you come around. Like so. And then we're going to do what we did the other side. We want to bend it and straighten it. So this is what you should have. Like that. Now, what we want to do, and this is just like the chunky funky bracelets that I made prior. You want to stick your thumb in the middle, bend one side over, keep your thumb in the middle. Take the other side and bend it over. And you want to make sure you're in the middle as best possible. Like so. And then you just keep turning to make the center loop. All the while holding down the middle to form that center swirl. Like so. And you can keep going back and squeeze the nose. Okay. Now on this one, we go once, twice, we went 3 times around. So we want to go one more. That time, one more on this side. And then, to lock them in, you just take the wire, bend it straight down, and come behind. See how it comes across the back? And now you want to do the same with this other side. Bend it down. So across the back. So now the back will look like this. And that's your front. And believe it or not, we're almost done. So now what you want to do is go across the front with a bend, and bend, so much for trying to stay in the middle. Now from here, to finish off the loops, you want to take the shorter size and see how much wire you got left. And you want to measure from right against the side there. And the optimal would be 2 and 4 inch cuts, which we're just going to make. So, got the square, and notice right there, I'm right on the line. So we want to go out 2 inches. And you would cut what would be the outer wire, which is the green. Give it a flush cut. And now the outer wire, you want to go 4 inches. And a nice flush cut. Turn it around and do the same thing. Now the outer wire on this will be the orange. So you want to get it right up against there. 1, 2. Snip the orange. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Green. And there, we're almost finished. I always keep saying that, I apologize. So we got that, so now we're going to do the finishing swirls. So you just bend these slightly in, so we can get to the outer ones. And like I've explained in previous videos, to start the swirls I always use a flat to get it started because it grips easier and you won't cut. You just keep firm pressure and turn the wire around the pliers. You get better swirls. And once you get it started, now you're going to have to bend it up a little just so we can get it to close down or curl it down to where we need it, which are right over the top, and then you just flatten her out. And then the larger one, we'll swirl it in, but as we swirl it in, we'll cover the bigger swirl. So again, take the tip, get the start, and the same thing as you're getting close, you can bend it up a little bit so you can keep curling it in. Like so. And that side's finished. Go to the other side. Start with the shorter side. Work the wire around the plier. Again, we'll bend it up a little bit. Flatten that up. Spiral, there we go. We're in there. Push it down. And then the green, same thing. We'll twirl it down over the center. Sorry, keep moving the camera on you. And bring the twirl down. And now you want to put a little curve into it. You can use any round object. I just like using my bracelet mandrel. To give it a nice bend. Now that's the main part. Now we want to make the pin. So you grab your 16-inch piece. You want to find the middle. Well, that's more like 17. But anyhow, 16 will get you by. Bend it together. And you want to make this as tight as possible. So grab your flat plier. We squeeze her closed. Now, this is roughly a 3-inch span. I always like to go about an inch, a little over an inch longer. So we measure 4 inches, about 4.5 actually. And now we just want to turn. There we go. 4 inches. I'll constantly adjust. There is no right or wrong. Since we got extra, we'll just go one more time around the horn. Like so. And then to finish this off, we'll just make little whirls, twirls, spirals, whatever you see. But just move to have a flush cut. And this side, twirl it in, and just like the main body, we'll twirl this in and go over the main swirl. Like so. Main pin is done, and now what I like doing is to stiffen the aluminum. You just apply pressure. You could hammer it, or whatever, but I usually take my nylon pliers and just slowly give squeezes, go up, and then back down. And flip it over and do the same thing so both sides get squeezed. And then you have a nice sturdy pin to pop in. And then put them through the loops. And there you have your hairpin or scarf pin, whichever you decide to use it for. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. Tell people about my channel, subscribe, and remember, like I always said in my videos, just be good to one another. Take care. Bye-bye.